What is up, Team JVS? We are here with another review. We are here with a non-spoiler for Superman and Lois Season 4. And obviously, we're going to just try our best to be as calm as we can without spoiling anything. I do want to say this show is beautiful, and these three episodes are probably some of the best episodes uh, in the entire series, in my opinion. I think we are off to such a great start. The emotion, the amount of action that we are given, they have done so much. And on top of that, even with this short span of episodes, we are given so much development, so much character development. It's actually insane. They have done so much with this season. It feels a little different. I'm not gonna lie. There You can notice the lack of characters, you can notice the mentions, you can notice just the kind of the changing quality at sometimes, and that's a good thing. Again, I feel as though some of the CG that we've gotten in this in season 4 compared to the other seasons, I feel like it's noticeably just it's really good. It's superior maybe. But they again, this has been such an interesting way to kind of go out cuz again, we know that we have one season left. We know we're getting shorter episode or a shorter season, but I think that they are like handling this better than, most shows would. Every episode has been a top episode in my opinion. Like every episode that I've watched has just been insane with how good it's been. And again, it goes back to feeling that as though the actors were amazing in season 3. What you get in season 4 is out of this world. The emotion we get from some of these characters, out of this world. We get an episode where when you're worried about one character, you don't even consider another character. So then you get hit from friggin' out of nowhere. Like my emotions are so unchecked right now because of how this show has made me feel in just the first few episodes of season 4 alone. I mean, I think this is probably one of the most emotional, one of the most impactful seasons that we've gotten. And yeah, I mean, again, as for my pros, I think everything that I said in the first 2 minutes of this review, that's how I feel about just the positives. Negatives, got to nitpick a little bit. Not much negatives in this season. I do want to say one thing that I really do want to mention is we know with the shorter episodes that not all the characters were going to return, or they're not all going to return in such an important manner, if you will. This is noticeable, the lack of characters, but we're still getting references, we're still getting mentions. We have one episode focusing on one, I guess, side character, and then another episode maybe focusing on someone else. So they are still around, and they're still obviously present in the world that we have, but it's just really interesting how the writers have kind of decided to make things work. Because again, there are certain scenes where you're just like, okay, so how's this person doing? What's going on over here? What's going on over here? And then they end up explaining it, whether it's with a mention or something. So again, it isn't the end of the world, because I think the one thing that I've mentioned in the past is like I love the side characters, and sometimes I feel like we focused on them a little too much. This season has just had the perfect balance because of the fact that they're not putting a whole storyline that's going to last a bunch of episodes on certain side characters, if you will. And I think that's the one thing that I'm really liking about the season, is because they're prioritizing things that say us fans really really like. So it's been really good. And again, I have not been let down yet, and I think that's one thing I'm really excited to hear what you guys have to say, because it does feel different, and that's not a problem for me. But I do want to say it does feel very different than what we've gotten with season 3 or 2 or whatever. So that's something that I do want to point out, and that's not necessarily a negative, but it's something that I wanted to bring to some people's attention, because again, it's different. Um, it's just everything about this. It's so hard to say certain things without spoiling, obviously. But when I say this season has had the most emotional value for me, they have some scenes that like aren't even that emotional, but due to how impactful it is in the long run, if you will, or what it meant to certain characters, say if it was in the past, it they have done such a good job writing those scenes out, making what may happen in the future have so much more of an emotional impact. Um, Again, the music, just the lighting, the just everything has been top tier. And again, it's so hard not to spoil things. So that's why I'm letting you know we are going to be doing a spoiler review for every episode on Team JVS. So make sure you guys are, following us, checking it out. Because we're going to be posting weekly reviews. It's going to be something that I'm really excited to do. But again, I think one thing that we knew going into this is we were going to be seeing Lex Luthor. What I do want to say about Michael Cudlitz is he's bringing such a intimidation factor. And again, Lex Luthor is known to be intimidating. I can't. That goes without saying. But Michael Cudlitz has brought in a little bit to this character that I feel like is somewhat new. Because not only is he acting scary, like this dude looks scary. Like I've seen Michael Cudlitz in other things, and he was very intimidating in that, just as Abraham in The Walking Dead. But we saw that in season 3, so that doesn't really go. That's not too much just talking about it. But I just feel as though I've been a little more intimidated as this series has progressed. And he's not the only actor I want to praise. I mean, almost every actor that has been on the screen, I don't know what it is. It feels like they are in their, like everyone's in their bag. Everyone has taken a step forward, in my opinion, acting wise. It feels like a whole like different. It just feels like it's on a whole different station, bro. With just the level of acting I'm seeing, it almost feels it's like movie like. They're doing such a beautiful job with making me connect with characters that I just thought were before. Just because I'm seeing how emotionally involved this actor is, like it's just making me so much more connected to the story as a whole because these actors are delivering some crazy stuff. And again, you guys going into this know what this arc is going to be about, so you can understand what I mean when you know the story needs a level of kind of just a level of the emotions that's going to be brought out of this storyline specifically. You guys know what to expect. So all I'm saying is that these actors bring their A game. It's some of the best acting I think I've seen in this entire series, maybe in the Arrowverse as a whole. And I just can't wait for you guys to witness that. But again, I don't want to say too much. I'm trying my best to keep it as non-spoilerly as we can. God, I am so impressed, and I can't wait for you guys to check it out. Stay tuned. October 7th, Superman and Lois. Check it out. And guys, if you want to see the reactions, we will be dropping them on my channel. So make sure you guys are go checking out my content. But yeah, can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to Team JVS. Peace out.